Sprit Plays BeamNG Productions would like to make the following corrections. The Jeep Wrangler, or the Obishu Hopper if you want to be accurate to the game, I thought was only ever made in the United States, but as it says down there, it was made in Japan. Yes, I know the Daihatsu Rocky was obviously made in Japan, but so was this apparently, at least according to the game. I apologize for my inaccuracies. I will try to do better next time. The Subaru Impreza. Quick look at the boot, but we're not here to look at the boot. Now, for everyone at home that is watching this, look at that thing. Beautiful. Anyway, for the total of 0 people who don't know this, the Subaru Impreza is most likely the most famous car for kids who want to go fast and still want to get their fucking misses from school. Every teenager loves this thing, and it's every parent's worst nightmare. Parents who are 103 and their kids are also fucking 87 still shudder when they hear the words, "I want to buy a Subaru Impreza," because they know what it was like when these things first came out. They know that these things are the children killers, and they are the fucking killers of people who can't drive. Alright, but the ones who can drive made these things work. It is the smoothest, it is the fastest, and it is the best V8 on the market. This car is single-handedly keeping every government in business with speeding fines. Teenagers buy this as their first car and then write it off within 2 months. Then they buy another one and it lasts a year, but only because they were a little more careful this time. People buy these with 147,000 kilometers on them, and they still pay 40 grand for them. It is the most famous car Subaru ever created, and it is most likely their best. The Subaru Impreza is a beautiful piece of art that is a testament to the build quality and to the absolute craftsmanship that the Subaru company can make. The Subaru Motor Company took its time making the best possible V8s for this car and making the best possible frames for it. This car is a work of art. It is the Rolex Presidential of Japanese cars. It is the Impreza. There's a reason why we don't just call it Subaru Impreza. It is the Impreza. Only one car compares, and it is, of course, the Subaru WRX. This thing is smoother than a baby's bottom after nappy time, and this thing goes so well around corners, you don't even drift. You don't even drift in one of these. And, you know, it might be a disappointment for some people, but you don't even drift in it. You don't drift, you fully just glide through corners. This has no power steering on. This is the car that got me into Japanese cars. It is the reason I own a Japanese car. And it is probably the best car in Subaru's history. You know, it's the most popular for sure, but is it the best? I think so. It is, of course, a 2-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, and it is every parent's worst nightmare. If your kid comes home with one of these, run. Set up a funeral, set up something, because your kid's either going to survive it, or he's going to flourish. And by flourish, I mean perish, but you knew what I meant. Alright, they're either going to flourish or they're going to perish. They kind of rhyme. I am joking, by the way, but like, I'd get your insurance fixed up before you even consider anything like this. You know, I'd if your kid's gonna buy one of these, ask them to get their own insurance, because by golly, yours is gonna skyrocket. You know, poor Kathy. Oh shit. Poor Kathy with her 1998 Kia. Comes home one day and their son Billy Martin's got one of these. It's like, Billy, what are you doing? And you realize at that moment, simultaneously, Billy's both a man and a girl. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's craving some speed. He's craving some Need for Speed. So, I said something a couple seconds ago, maybe it was a minute ago, I don't know how long ago it was. I said that this was the car that got me into Japanese cars. True story. Before I was into Japanese cars, and before I was into most cars in general, I liked Korean, but mostly European cars. I was a big fan of Volkswagen and some of the BMWs, not really though, if I'm being honest with you. Whoa. Sorry, that was an accident on me, because I fucking fucked up. Grinded gears, full time. Look, so around 2021, I was around 18 years old. I was getting my first driving lessons and shit. You know, I was getting into cars, and I loved the Volkswagen Amarok. That thing looked beautiful. I was like, woo! That thing is snaz machine. But, you know, I was only interested in the looks of it. I wasn't really interested in much else. You know, and to this day, it's a detriment I have. I look for looks, and the looks are terrible, and I just, terrible. So, I did research, and I saw this video by this guy, Scott Kilmer, one day. Scott was making this video about the WRX. I was saying, look, Subaru has some of the best cars you can find, known to man. Oh, that was my chair. And I was like, oh, Subaru, a Japanese company? Yeah, they're great, but like, how do they even compare to a friggin' European car? This is the first video I'd ever seen by Scott Kilmer. And he's just going on and on and on about, like, you know, this car, you know, can outstand anything. I've had this car for 20-something years, and, you know, it's been sitting in my garage, you know, it's collected dust, and it's been, oh, no, it's his son's or something. Something along the lines of that. I'm just like, fucking, this guy's full of shit, you know. Nothing even compares to European cars. And then he showed the video of them racing it in Top Gear. And I went, ooh. Or it might have been Grand Tour. I don't know. It was some Jeremy Clarkson thing. And I went, ooh. Alright. And I heard that V8 roar. I heard how beautiful it was. I heard it all. And it was in that moment that I realized, damn, this thing is nice. But I still wasn't convinced. I looked into Subaru a little more and went, alright, they might have some okay models, but do they have anything that can even compare with the Amarok? Turns out the Amarok's not that good. I found that out later, but, you know, it's still probably my favorite Volkswagen. I'm not a huge Amarok fan anymore, though. So, you will not be seeing a review of an Amarok unless they bring it to the game. I will not be downloading an Amarok. You will never see me drive one. Not a fan anymore. And then I saw the video of the Impreza, and I fully lost my mind. I said to myself, how does this, a Japanese car, sound just as good as a brand new BMW? How do you drive that and think, reliable and fast, and smells beautiful with this fucking diesel engine, and sounds like a dream? I love the smell of diesel, by the way. Just wanted to remind you all. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Diesel, beautiful smell. I wish I had a diesel car sometimes. Also costs less. But look, you know, after a bit of research, I was hooked. I was fully on the Japanese car train. I was going into all the old Toyotas, the Coronas, the fucking Camrys, the first year of them. You know, I was fully going into the Hilux, the Highlanders, alright, the Land Cruisers. You know, I was going in on the Toyotas. I was going full in on the Hondas. I was a bit familiar with the Hondas because one of my friends had a Honda Accord that lasted him forever. Still runs, but he doesn't have it anymore. I looked up his number plate a while ago, and it still is there. That thing had 300,000 kilometers when he bought it. Sorry, when he sold it, I mean. And it's still going 4 years later. So I was looking into the old Accords, the old Civics. Yeah, I was looking into the old CRVs, and what I was most interested in, the Civic Type R. Beautiful. Also, my dad owns a Civic. And it's the car that I ended up learning in. And it's a beautiful, you know, fucking dual exhaust car. I love that thing. I was looking into all these nice cars, but nothing seemed to shake me from the fact that I was like, wow, that Impreza is a work of art. Arse hat. That thing could wake a fucking sleeping man out of a coma. Yeah, that car is smooth as butter. And that thing could turn a blind man fucking... Oh, shit. I don't think I've driven this reckless in the fucking video before. Yeah, that could make a blind man see. Fuck, I don't think I've driven this bad in the game before. But that's just what this car does. I'm trying to demonstrate... This was totally the idea the whole time. I'm just trying to demonstrate to you all how fucking bad people drive in these, but I have no power steering on or anything. So I looked at videos of this thing on and on and on. Jeez. Oh my god. On and on and on. I watched videos of people driving these and just having the best of time. And then when it came time for me to buy my first car, I was like, I want to buy something Subaru, but I couldn't buy an Impreza because one, parents forbade it. So I kind of get it. So like, you can't get one. I was like, fuck. Too risky, too dangerous. And they and also it didn't have enough room in it. I needed something with a little bit more room. So I went, Subaru Forester, let's do it. Now of course I didn't end up getting the Forester. Everyone's like, oh, Forester's like by far the worst car Subaru ever made. Yeah, go on about it, I don't fucking care, you know? They're not too bad, alright? The head gasket problems were gone by 2009. You guys need to like shut up about the head gasket shit. You know, it's an outdated joke. It wasn't funny the first time you said it. You know, it's your fault if you buy an old Subaru, especially when they're making the best cars ever in the world at the moment. So, if you buy an outdated Subaru with a blown head gasket, that's not my fault. It's your fault. I'm being an ass. Move, mate. Move. This is one of those cars that you are surprised you can get the power that you do from 6 gears. Yeah, from 6 fucking gears, you get one of the most stable, one of the most smooth. Look at this. Oh boy. I'm barely having to move the wheel to fucking turn that corner, and I'm going at a fucking fast speed. Let's do it again. I would have done it again if the guy wasn't such a fuckwit. But look, I got nothing but good to say about the Impreza. They're great. They sound awesome. They fucking... pump iron, you know. They are also so fucking smooth. And fuck it, I'll do a quick, sorry, I fully almost stalled there. That's how smooth they are. You can do like gear shifts. You know, you can skip gears like no one's business. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And we're gonna end this with a big fucking crash. Good night, everyone. Thank you.